Pretty much how I got started with ProStorm is I just left another job. I wasn't making any money. I wanted to get back into the roofing industry. So I literally, this was during COVID, so I applied to pretty much 100 jobs or 100 sales positions. Like any roofing company that had a job or had anything up on the internet saying they were hiring sales guys, I applied to. Took a job with a competitor before I ended up getting to Pros. Just supposed to fly out there to their headquarters, meet with some of the sales managers and train a little bit, but I was kind of sketched out with all the rides and everything going on. I got on the phone with the GM of ProStorm Repair, Chris Pinkerton, kind of hit it off, talked to him on the phone for like 2.5 hours. And then right then and there, like I kind of knew that that's where I need to be. We discussed obviously pay, and the real thing that really got me in there was that they gave out brand new F-150s, and I'm a big Ford guy, so when I found out they gave out F-150s, that was kind of what drew me there. Chris actually just told me, he's like, just come on into the office. So I met him in the office, I think like 2 days later, came up here. I was walking around with like holes in my shoes. It's kind of hilarious now that I think about it. We did the interview, kind of explained a little bit about myself, my background, about how I played sports growing up. And then he kind of just threw me the keys. It was just like, all right, go out to Pittsburgh. At this point, like I had real bad anxiety because I had no money. I was broke. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't ask my parents for money. I just quit my other job where I wasn't making any money. I called one of my best friends, Billy. He actually lived out in Pittsburgh at the time. He worked at PNC. And it just so happened that where we were staying, he was like 2 blocks away, like right around the corner. So like a 2-minute drive. I told him I was like in debt. I was desperate. I had no money. I had nothing. I had no job. Like I needed to start hustling. And I asked him, I said, yo, Bill, can you give me $1,000? I promise I'll have it back to you within a month or 2. Without hesitation, he said, yeah, I'll give you $1,000. Went home, packed, got my stuff, went out to Pittsburgh, met Chris, the general manager, pretty much out on site where our job install was. He kind of was essentially just kind of showing me the area where we had jobs at. He's like, hey, listen, I got to stop at this homeowner's house. Feel free to knock. And I remember first door I knocked, I knocked on the door, sold the inspection, got on the roof. It was totaled from the hailstorm. Had the homeowner open up the claim. The adjuster actually reached out to me. This is why you take your photos, all your photos first, like up front. The adjuster literally called me right away and said, hey, Joe, I've done a bunch of properties in there. I know the roof's probably totaled. If you don't mind, can you send me all the photos and I can get you up an estimate? Sent the estimate to the homeowner. Homeowner then reached back out to me. I signed the paperwork the next day and then paid my friend back I think it was the following Monday. So it was like the weekend hit and then I paid my buddy back. And that's how I got started. The main point of this story is like any young kid watching this that, wants to make something of themselves that has nothing, like this is a great industry to get into. Anybody that's young and hungry can make something of themselves. That's kind of how I did it. Like I said, I didn't even have shoes. I was walking the roof and I had holes in my shoe. That's kind of how I ended up at ProStorm. That's kind of how I turned my whole life around. And anyone else can too, with just a little bit of drive and hustle. So now I'm on my 4th year at ProStorm. Every year it's just gotten better and better. Networking, marketing, stuff like that, in order to not only just get me more customers, but just to do good work for all the customers out there. And this is just for anybody, right? Anybody that is willing to, go out and actually work and put the time in, you can be like us. Like for instance, when I first started in this industry, I didn't really know what I was doing at all. And now I'm a multi-million-dollar producer. And what we're pretty much doing here is we're looking to find anybody, that has, goals and they want to crush their goals, coming up on this year. So anybody that's, willing to essentially go out, they have self-motivation and want to be better. We're looking to bring guys like that into our company, not to learn just from me, but from other multi-million-dollar producers as well. But it's a very hidden secret. A lot of people don't know about this industry, but it's extremely lucrative. I was a kid that, struggled in high school, and I never really wanted to go to college. I played sports. That's the only reason why I did go to college. I got out of college and then jumped right into this. And kind of just dived into everything I could. Well, it paid dividends, as now, like I said, I'm a multi-million-dollar producer, and you can be too.